I love my motorcycle. And I know social media has brainwashed everyone into thinking people buy motorcycles just because they glorify death and they want to die. But this is not the reason why I bought a motorcycle. I didn't buy a motorcycle because I want to die. I bought it because I want to live. And let me tell you, I've been living. When I bought my motorcycle, I was at a pretty bad time in my life. And I mean, I still am. But I'm doing better. I'm trying. And riding a motorcycle is just such an escape from everyday things. Life is so hard. And riding a motorcycle is hard as well. And I think that's why I love it so much. I think I love riding motorcycles the same reason why I love the gym. No one tells you to do it. If you don't have no one that also does it, no one's gonna show you how. You gotta really show yourself. Of course, with the inflation of media and popularity, it's easier to find tips, but ultimately you still gotta do it on your own. No one's gonna be there for you to help you practice or lift the weights. And I love the risk to reward. I know the dangers of riding a motorcycle. There's dangers of the gym, there's dangers of everything. I know what I risk every time I swing a leg over my bike or get under some crazy weight that I've never done before. I do it to better myself. That's because I have control over something. Every input I put on a bike, every rep I do, everything I've done, every input I have has an output. And obviously I assume the risk. I know the risks of riding a motorcycle. I know the risk of getting under some crazy weight I've never done before. But the reward feels so amazing. It's knowing that I've done that. Knowing I did that. And success does not come without failure. You're gonna fail. I failed many times. Knock on wood, I haven't crashed my bike, but I know it eventually will happen, and that's part of the process. That's part of the learning process. And I want to learn. I want to be in control of something in my life. After high school, it's like I went on a downward spiral, but I was doing nothing to get out of it. If you don't ride your bike, how are you gonna learn? If you don't take action in your life, how are you gonna learn? So just because something's scary, just because something can hurt you, we don't do it. Life isn't forever. I won't have muscles forever. I won't be this quick on a bike forever. I won't be able to do a lot. And I guess having a motorcycle made me realize that if I wait for someone to come and save me, I'll be waiting for nothing. And no one's gonna come and save you. No one's gonna be with you every rep. No one's gonna be with you every step. I have to do that on my own. I think it's safe to say motorcycles really, it saved my life. I always had the gym. The gym has always been there for me, and it always will be. And motorcycles is just something different. It's a different, it's a different feeling. Although on paper it is the same, the dangers, the risks, you know, the escape feeling. But I love it. Everything is pretty much the same to a certain extent. No matter if it's sports, any hobby, anything. Always you gotta make the most of it. And I'm making the most of it. And I love documenting my journey. I love meeting you guys. Motorcycles have allowed me to meet so many people I never would have thought. I always wanted to start a social media page. I always wanted to create content, but I never did. I never found a reason. I never found a purpose. And maybe I'll never find that reason. There is no reason to post. There is no reason to do anything. But I'm still gonna try. What's the point in not trying? What's the point of being scared? Be scared. Do it scared. Do it alone. Do it without nobody's help. Do it without telling anybody. I bought a motorcycle without telling anybody. I just walked to the dealer, put a down payment, I walked out with the bike. It's amazing. It's really is. And this is not a video telling you to go buy a bike. This is a video telling you to live your life, to do what you've been holding off, to pursue that person, pursue the job, pursue the hobby. No, nobody's promised tomorrow. No, don't hold things off. Man, that's a lesson I think I've learned the past couple of years. Now, I'm 20 years old. I'm a young. I hate that I feel so old. I hate that I feel so stuck. I feel like I'm running out of time. But you're not running out of time. And maybe you are. You are running out of time, but take control of that. Sitting around and scrolling all day is not a benefit to you in any way at all. Create something, post something, help someone, do something. And maybe I need to take my own advice, and I'm trying every day. Learn to love, learn to give, learn to be kind. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for supporting. And if you're new here, thank you for watching. This is something I never would have thought I'd be able to do. Never would I thought I'd be able to do. And here I am doing it. Taking the risk. Be cringe, be embarrassing. Love. Cry. Feel feelings. That's something I need to start doing. Made it this far into the video. Make a New Year's resolution. Make a you resolution. Write down something you always wanted to do, but you've never done, and you're going to do it. See you guys in the next video.